That's it.
Peter, hi. I had a great day. How was yours?
I was gone. Traveling.
Great. Where were you?
In Arecibo. At the SETI Institute.
Ah, so, what did you do there?
I just wanted to check it out. It's very interesting.
Anything interesting?
Well, actually, there are quite a lot of interesting things.
How did you come to think of that? Did someone recommend it to you?
You didn't even ask me if I enjoyed myself.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I'm always so curious, can ask so many questions, and I always forget to ask the most important ones. So, did you have fun? Was the weather fine? Did you see a few aliens?
Yeah. Lots of aliens, actually. But inflatable ones.
I have heard that, yes. I'm glad you had a good time and didn't have to think about the incident with your neighbor.
Well, I'm thinking about it even more now. I gotta get going. See you later. Hello, Mrs. Oswald.
Hi, Peter. You were gone for quite a while. Got any news?
You could say that. Here's something I wanted to show you. I think I have to get going now. I'll get in touch with you by messenger in case I hear something.
Thanks, Mr. Wright.
All right, let's start. This looks like a locker key, but which locker does it belong to? Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. How can I help you?
I need some information. It's regarding the space elevator. When does the next space elevator leave for Lunar 5?
Twice a day, sir, at exactly 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Arrival of the returning shuttle is always half an hour before next departure, going up again.
Thank you. Is it safe to ride with this thing?
Please rest assured that the space elevator is a state-of-the-art shuttle and was built according to the latest research of materials and track engineering. In our more than 10 years of operation, we didn't have a single incident.
How long does it take to get there?
A one-way ride takes 5 hours and 35 minutes.
And you? Did you use it already?
Me? Oh no, for heaven's sake, I would never ride with it.
No? But why not?
Because it's far too dangerous.
But you just told me that you didn't have a single incident in more than 10 years.
Of course, the space elevator is absolutely safe. When it comes to the passengers, well... You know when you get pushed into your seat during takeoff, and forces of gravity 9 times your own body weight are pressing you down, that's not completely harmless.
Well, that sounds really comforting. Something else. Can you sell me a ticket, please?
I would love to. Did you bring your lottery winner confirmation statement?
No. What kind of lottery confirmation are you talking about?
Right now, there's a winter season at Luna 5.
Aha. And that means?
The whole station is reserved for the lucky winners of the state lottery.
So there is no way for the general population to buy a ticket?
Unfortunately, no. Not during winter season.
Ah. And when does it end? Winter's season, that is.
To be perfectly honest, sir, that I don't really know. The computer just tells me it's winter season. I have to ask you to direct any inquiries regarding this matter directly to the corporate offices of Lunar 5 Holding.
Yeah, well, that's too bad.
I'm sorry about that. Can I book you a different holiday spot instead?
No, I don't think so. Thank you. Something else. That's it right now. Thank you very much. So sad to see these homeless.
Oh, these guys again. Excuse me, I'll be right back with you.
There she goes again, raising hell for those poor bastards. What a world. Interesting. Let's see if I can zoom in on the combination lock. There you go. The number code is 2543. Mr. Oswald was keeping a diary. I'm not quite sure if I should look at it or not. It never feels quite right if you do something like that. Here, please take a look at this.
Where did you get the pictures?
They were taken at the SETI.
What do you mean from the SETI?
They have an observatory for visitors there. You can take pictures from certain coordinates in the sky, and then look at whatever the SETI antennas are aiming at.
And that's how they got these pictures? Those are satellites, man. Communication satellites. The global data traffic runs on these things. Then what do the boys from SETI want with it?
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask you.
How did you get the coordinates?
Got them from a videotape I found, which was also recorded from inside the SETI.
Hey man, that's exciting. SETI eavesdrops on the communication satellites? That's part of the alien conspiracy.
Could you stop talking about your stupid alien conspiracy for just a moment? What do you think this means?
It's completely clear, man. They collect information about us. They filter our communications. Can you leave the photos here with me?
No, I'm gonna need them.
You've got to tell anything else you find out, man. I'll do anything for you.
We'll see. First, I have to try to make sense out of it myself. I'll see you around. Locked.
Huntington Antiques?
Ah, good afternoon, Mr. Huntington. Would you mind opening the door for me?
Well, I'll open up for you.
Mr. Huntington, I need to talk to you.
Peter, what's wrong? What's happened?
Do you remember that I bought this VCR from you?
Of course.
I looked at a videotape that I found at the SETI Institute. My neighbor taped this video. This tape contains information you will not believe. The SETI Institute is spying on communication satellites.
How do you know that?
I have checked every detail. I was there. And I have pictures. And on this tape, even more. I have...
Shh. Calm down, Peter. Let's go out back, where we can talk about this in peace. Come on.
Unbelievable. A real archive. I'm sure he has more newspapers here than they have at the Times archive. If the print crime office finds out about this, he'll be in trouble big time.
Well, what did you see on the tape?
There are two short takes. One of them shows the SETI site, a short take of the coordinates monitor. I punched these coordinates into a computer at the visitor observatory and got photos of communication satellites.
How do you know that?
I've talked with some experts. There's no doubt about it. These are communication satellites.
This reminds me of that damned Echelon 2.
Echelon 2?
Yes. What else did you see?
There was a second take. I'm sure it was taped at the airport. In this one, you see a Zeppelin starting.
A Zeppelin?
What the hell does all this mean?
Let me think about it for a minute.
But I have a few more questions for you. It's about this room here.
Yes.
Tell me, Mr. Huntington, what kind of room is this here? Are you burying yourself here with conspiracy theories?
Conspiracy, yes. Theory, no.
Good heavens. When and how did you collect all this stuff in here? This definitely can't be healthy.
I'm keeping memories alive in here, Peter. Memories that the vast majority of people already lack. Because the information is lacking. You would have found these things out once, when there was a decentralized press. You won't find any of them on the global network.
If the police ever finds this room, you'll have a big problem. But you know that, don't you?
You mean I'm supposed to have it scanned? I'm certainly not going to do that.
But you should really share this collection with the public. You pretty much deny information to them. That's illegal. And not very social either.
Peter, will you wake up, please? If the Ministry of Information gets its hands on this collection, then it won't be scanned. It'll be destroyed. These newspapers will have never existed. At some point, the last witness will die. And what it states here will never have happened.
But that's nonsense, Mr. Huntington. People tell their children about their lives and their memories, and they, in turn, tell it to their children. Information can't be erased just like that.
Perhaps you can't erase information, but it can become mythologized.
Mythologized? What is this supposed to mean?
Any information that has no sources or written accounts becomes entirely subjective. It only exists in people's heads. And as it passes through generations, facts become memories. Memories become stories. And stories finally end up as myths. That's how facts slowly enter the realm of fantasy, until nobody knows what part of them was true.
People can't be fooled as easy as that.
Do you know the story of the spider and the cactus?
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows the story.
So what do you think? Is the story true or not?
Oh, really? That's only...
A myth, yes. And if I told you that the NSA considered bugging the moon because it reflected Russian radio waves, would you believe that?
That really doesn't sound very trustworthy.
I have documents about it. Do you think it would be wise of me to give these documents to the Ministry of Information?
I don't know.
You see?
There is something else. Can I ask you something else?
Of course, just ask.
You mentioned Echelon 2.
Yes.
What is Echelon 2?
Echelon 2 was the biggest eavesdropping project that the government had ever developed. It was an electronic cluster of eavesdropping centers able to spy on all worldwide data traffic. The project was called off in 2012, supposedly.
I've never heard about it. Did it really exist? A global eavesdropping system. That really sounds pretty much like a conspiracy theory. No democratic government could have allowed this.
It sounds like a myth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. This is the kind of story you tell when you want to get someone paranoid about the state.
And don't you think that the cryptology laws are just that? A general license to listen in on all our communications?
Mr. Huntington, nobody is actually interested in what people talk about on the streets. The whole issue is only about getting a hold of a few terrorists.
That's what the purpose of Echelon 2 was said to be.
Besides, we're having a very public campaign for this law. It's not done secretly. Everything is very transparent. People can even vote against it.
If anyone expected them to do that, then the vote would never have been allowed.
So you think this eavesdropping system still exists?
Of course.
There is something else. I have a few questions about the Luddites.
Then ask me.
Do you belong to this movement as well? You can be absolutely honest with me.
About the Luddites? You don't have to worry about that. This sort of machine bashing is totally foreign to me. Planting bombs is no way to achieve changes. And the Luddite movement is only a historical phenomenon. This technophobia has never really managed to attract a mass following.
There is something else. I have a few questions about the Luddite.
Then ask.
There is something else. I have to go. I'll see you later.
Okay. See you soon, Mr. Wright.